Say good afternoon, everyone. It's actually an honor to listen all to these educators thinking so much about the well-being of the students, taking education to a next level, and creating a more engaging space in terms of schools and colleges. My name is Arindam Banerjee. I represent Knauf Selling Solutions. To give a brief introduction of my company, we have a legacy of 150 years in the building material industry, advocating acoustical solutions for creating a more engaging space for the well-being of schools and colleges for teachers as well as students. So I am associated with this company for almost a decade now, and I have been interacting with builder leaders, business leaders, schools, colleges, architects, designers, and we always have our endeavor to create a more engaging space in terms of acoustic solutions, so that the information which is intended to be given should be taken and received properly by the receiver ends. So my agenda today is to give you a small presentation on the importance of acoustic. So basically it is to create a more engaging space in the schools and the colleges. Am I audible right there at the corner? Am I audible? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Professor, could you please repeat it again? Ma'am, could you please repeat? Teachers, what page are we on? See, these are the discussions that we face in the classrooms, right? These are some of the common discussions or the common queries from the students that we usually face in the classrooms as teachers and students. So why is it happening? I mean, what is the reason behind this? So basically, you would be surprised to know that it's not something that we have derived, but it's a global study. You will be surprised to know that we on the endeavor, you as the teacher on the endeavor of giving education to the students in a proper way, you do your best in creating that atmosphere. But you would be surprised to know the fact that 1 out of 4 words are being missed out when you are teaching in a classroom. So basically, when you are giving a lecture to the students, it's like 25% of those informations that you are communicating to the students are not getting received at the receiver end. I mean, it's not only creating stress level in the students, but also the intent that you do in the classroom to give education in the fullest way is not getting fulfilled. So, as I told you that 1 out of 4 words are getting missed out, and what is the reason behind that? See, there are basically 2 reasons behind that. One is internal and the other is external. So the internal reason is basically the noise that is being created inside a classroom, inside a school premises. You have seen a classroom where students are chit-chatting, there are a pantry, there are a music room, there are auditoriums where there are noise being created. Even I have seen schools where the DG set is being installed on the basement of the school. Imagine what is the level of acoustic, what is the level of noise that is creating inside a school premises. So all those internal unwanted noise are getting gathered in the classrooms, creating an unwanted noise and an echo in the classroom, because of which the acoustic is not proper and the students cannot hear what is being taught to them in a more ambient way. There are several external factors also, since India is fortunately a very densely populated country. So most of the schools are usually in crowded areas, near to marketplaces, close to highways, sometimes next to our railway stations. So all those noises are being gathered in the classroom. So all those external noises are also coming in the classroom, creating and enhancing and increasing the noise level in the classroom, and making the discomfort for the students as well as for the teachers to teach properly and to listen properly. What is this doing to you? What is this doing to the students? It's creating a level of stress in the students. The students are not able to hear properly, they are not able to listen properly, they're trying to concentrate more on the listening part, and that is eventually creating the stress level in the students. This is a typical layout that I just explained of a school, where you can see there are several noise that are coming out from within the school premise and also from outside. So what this noise level is actually doing, it is basically reducing the speech intelligibility of a classroom. What a speech intelligibility is. Right now I'm standing here speaking to you, you can hear me properly, right? So this is a speech intelligibility where the ability of a person to communicate in a better way, to communicate what he is trying to communicate and the receiver to receive that information in a proper way, it defines speech intelligibility. Now with the unwanted noise, this thing is getting reduces. There are several other factors also. The RT or what you call the reverberation time is also increasing the classroom, because of which the things, the lectures that you are giving to your students as teachers are not properly communicated. What is the reverberation time? See, basically coming down to school definition, reverberation time is nothing but the amount of time required by a sound to die by 60 decibel. So for example, when I'm saying hi, how are you? By the time I'm saying you, hi is still up in the air, right? It's causing an unwanted echo in the room. We have several times experienced that, right? Whenever you are speaking in some confined area which have hard surfaces. As you can see, these walls, these are all acoustical panels which are being installed over here in the walls, which is decreasing the noise level in the room so that you can hear me properly. So whenever you are speaking in a confined room, in a hard room, the sound is tend to get reflect from the hard surfaces, right? So it causes an unwanted echo, an unwanted noise in the sound. So that is what decreases the ability to communicate properly to the students. As I said, when it's too loud, when the background noise is too loud, you cannot hear properly. The students cannot hear properly what you are saying. That's why वो मम्मियाँ कहती नहीं है कि बेटे पहले दो बेंचेस में बैठना, पीछे मत बैठना, you will be a back bencher, right? That is what mom says. That please sit on the first two rows, don't sit on the last rows. You'll be a back bencher then. तुम्हारे results खराब हो जाएंगे. That is because of this thing. So it not only has impact on the students, but it has impact more on particularly for those students who have hearing impairments. So I'm talking about the kids, the toddlers, who doesn't have the ability to listen properly. They have not developed that skill yet to listen properly. They face problems. Those with second language, who are learning in second language. For example, you have seen that +2 tak to you read in your native language, right? You read in your native language in class 10 or 10+2, and after that when you go for post-graduation or graduation, most of the time the education over there is in English language, which is actually second language for most of us, for almost all us, right? So grabbing that second language more efficiently is more important. So when you have these disturbances around, itne sare noises around, you are not able to grasp that second language profoundly. One more fact that you'll be surprised to know, that 45% of the time a student spend on learning is by listening. So this is nothing we have derived. These are the global studies which have been done globally, right? So 45% of the time is being spent on listening compared to reading, writing and speaking. So it's very important that students, or any one of us, I mean, we say always, ki listen properly. If you listen properly, you understand the problem, and then you can take actions accordingly. So it's for all of us. You have to listen properly to understand anything which is being communicated to you in front of you. So classroom acoustic problems, nothing new to us. As I have already mentioned, this creates several problems, like the ability to understand, to learn goes down. With acoustic problem in the classroom, people tend to develop stress levels, anxieties in them. So these are some of the common problems. There are behavioral issues on the students when they are not able to learn properly what we are trying to teach them. So these are some of the problems that we as students face in the classrooms. Does it end here? It doesn't end here. So basically, after students is now the second most important stakeholder of a school, the teachers. So I want a little participation, please, from you all teachers over here. Tell me how many times you have spoken in large, in high pitch, in high volume in the classroom, so that your students can hear me. Please raise your hand. If you have spoken in high pitch, so that the students can can hear you in loud voices. How many times have you spoken? Anyone? Right? Everyone, almost everyone, right? Tell me one thing, that how many times you have faced. Am I running out of time? Okay, so I'll be quick. How many times have you faced vocal problems? We often face vocal problems, right? Because of our speaking. So it happens. I'll just quick on. So for creating a better classroom, you need to have a better acoustics. For better acoustic, you need two parameters. Basically, one is absorption of the sound, and next is the blocking of the sound. So basically, absorption is like whatever you are creating inside in the classroom, the extra noise will be absorbed. And blocking is whatever sound is coming from outside of the classroom, the corridors or the road adjacent to the school will be blocked by using acoustical treatments that you have. So basically, it's absorption and blocking, as I just said you. When you have both the things, acoustic with total, absorption of the sound and blocking of the sound, you create a total acoustic over there. So we have technologically advanced products that will give you total acoustic by creating sound absorption as well as sound blocking in any school premises in the classroom. I'll just go through this presentation. This, we have done a survey in almost many schools over there. This is an example of Central University, Rajasthan, where we did a videography where we have taken a video before there was any treatment in the classroom. So basically, this classroom is raw. There is no acoustical treatment in this classroom. This video is not playing. Video play नहीं हो रहा है. Next slide में जा रहा है. ये next slide है ये. वो slide play नहीं हो रहा है. हाँ, उस टाइम पे किया था तब हो रहा था. You can make out what he is saying over here. This is the treatment of the room, not done. There is no acoustical treatment in the room. And after we did acoustical treatment of the room, we shot a video again. At this time, the reverberation time in the room was 1.45 seconds. See, now you can hear what he is saying, right? So there is a clear visible difference that is being there before treatment and after the treatment. So we are very fortunate in India that we have a very progressive national building code which says that 0.6 seconds should be the reverberation time in the room. That means the sound, the time taken by sound to decay by 60 decibel, it should not be more than 0.6 seconds. So we have a national building code which says for classroom it should be 0.6 seconds. This again some of the surveys that we did for many schools and colleges over there, and as you can see, none of the schools qualify the reverberation time over here. There is nothing much that we need to do to make a classroom with proper acoustic. So it's not a very big investment that is going to happen. If you are interested for your school to have a good acoustic, we'll be there. We can do a sample classroom for you, treating the classroom with acoustic treatment so that you can find the difference and you can see yourself that what is the difference over there. These are some of the images of schools that we did in pan India. It's of PWD schools in Delhi, where they have treated their walls and ceilings with acoustical treatment. These are some of the designer acoustical ceilings that we do have with us. Every product is acoustic so that you can have a proper sound absorption and blocking. Thank you so much for your time. I was running short of time basically, so let's create an engaging learning environment together. Thank you so much.